Encounter in the third dimension. Nicholas Horton was a self-employed businessman in his late 40s who had taken the habit of starting his day by a session of meditation over the past 2 years. However, he had been preoccupied lately. He wanted to improve on his spiritual life, but he felt like if he was in a dead-end situation. Deep inside, he knew that there was more to discover and understand in the spiritual realm. Yet, he was not progressing, and this condition had started affecting him. As a mantra, a single question was constantly in his mind: who can I turn to for guidance? This morning, as he sat down by Lake Chivana, in a corner where he was not to be disturbed, he went to the basic routine: lotus position, deep breathing, and concentration on that point located between his two eyebrows. He read somewhere about brainwaves and how focusing on that point allows the production of alpha waves. Alpha activity of the brain heightens creativity and facilitates physical relaxation. It's the ideal wave for deep meditation, concentration, or new learning. Nicholas was very familiar with those notions. It was slightly foggy that morning all around the lake, and the familiar songs of the swans and the ducks added to the magic of the environment. Nicholas slowly slipped in a lethargic state and didn't have any notion of the time when he suddenly started quivering. Right in front of him, a human shape emanated from the lake, and from that floating being came a command: "Be not afraid." As a peaceful sensation surrounded him, Nicholas asked, "Who are you?" The shape was close to him now, but he still could not distinguish his threats. Nevertheless, he was not afraid and understood that he was experiencing something uncommon. "I am your guardian angel," was the answer. "I am allowed to manifest myself to you today because you have reached that point where you can use some help to move to a higher level in your life." "Something in you makes me feel comfortable." "It's as if I've always known you," said Nicholas. "But can you help me understand?" Moving even closer to him, but still floating in the air, the guardian angel softly explained to Nicholas, "Some people come in life and miss the whole purpose of their missions here. The materialistic aspect of life, which is only a mirage, distracts them. Lately, you have shown a lot of growth. You have learned to look through that mirage and discover the essentials. Staying on that level now would be a waste for you. Therefore, I was sent here with some guidelines to help you with your ascension." "It's so amazing," answered Nicholas. He then realized that the whole conversation was taking place without any sound. It was just an instant understanding of what needed to be said, and it came so naturally. Mankind's mistake is to think that they are their bodies. Therefore, they focus on that vehicle and remain immature. Your mind is a wonderful world to conquer. Meditation is the key to help you in your exploration and your accomplishment. If you fail to use that key, it becomes untamed and you have no control. You become the slave of your desires. You develop habits that destroy you and bring guilt, shame, and fear. Guilt, shame, and fear are great producers of negative vibrations. They are harmful to your immediate environment and cause sorrow, desolation, and emptiness. It is so difficult to break that cycle. Where am I situated in my life now? Inquired Nicholas. We are pleased to see how you have been exploring your mind through meditation, answered the guardian angel. Your mind is like the pieces of a puzzle. It's time now to start putting them together and learn how to create the great picture. What is the great picture? It is the use of the right understanding of your knowledge in order to produce wisdom. Living without wisdom generates chaos and destruction. A moment of silence passed. Nicholas was absorbing the information he was receiving. Then, with great interest, he asked, "How do I put the pieces together?" Through your meditation, you will discover the right understanding of many aspects of life. Implementing it in your everyday life to approach different situations is putting the pieces together. As you ascend along that path, you develop self-confidence. You control your mouth and your reactions. You know that you are progressing when you don't use words anymore to express yourself, but you become word. Stability in what you are creates a principle. At that stage, people do not see you anymore as being of flesh, but as the principle you stand for. When that happens, know that you are on your way toward creation and that you can positively influence your environment. Is that what you call the great picture then? Replied Nicholas, obsessed with this new concept. No, this is not the great picture yet. You are progressing, but it takes more than that to create the great picture. An overwhelming sensation was filling Nicholas now. It started to sound complicated, as if that being could sense him. He looked at Nicholas and told him, "Be strong now, I must live." "Is one lifetime enough to create the great picture?" Nicholas asked. "Come up higher," answered the guardian angel. "I shall see you again. Just make it possible." And then the being slowly vanished. Nicholas suddenly felt warm as the sun's ray hit Lake Shivana and dissipated the fog. Everything happened without any warning, and the experience was so vivid. He rubbed his face, wondering if he was dreaming. At that time, a woman's voice yelled, "Come back, Randy!" Her mother was chasing her 5-year-old as they enjoyed her morning walk by the lake. The boy was in that corner where Nicholas took refuge for his meditation. What a shock to him when he heard the little boy shout, "Come and see, Mommy. There is a man here. His face is shining so much. Oh, he has an angel's face." A very young lady showed up, visibly embarrassed. Grabbing the little boy by one of his hands, she apologized to a very puzzled Nicholas. "Sorry for the interruption, sir."